What is up, YouTube? This is Witch Hobbies, and today I will be sharing with you my Erebos Blaek-Hearted EDH deck. For 3 colors and a black, you get a legendary enchantment creature god. Indestructible. As long as your devotion to black is less than 5, Erebos isn't a creature. Whenever another creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. 1 colorless, 1 black. Sacrifice another creature. Target creature gets -2/-1 to end the turn. All right, so I built this deck hella unorthodox. This is actually my first EDH deck that I built. Black is my favorite color, and I had to start off with a mono black deck. It just felt right. So this deck right here, you're gonna question it and you're like, why did you run this? Remember, it's my first EDH deck, but I'm just sharing it with you. All right, so let's get started. I put in Scourge of the Sky Claves. I put in Abhorrent Overlord. I put in Gonti, Lord of Luxury. Hell's Caretaker. Liliana, Heretical Healer. Blood Artist. I put in the OG Erebos. I put in Demon of Death's Gate. Graveyard Trespasser. Tymarit, Chosen from Death. I put in Gisa, Glorious Resurrector. I swear I can't pronounce a lot of these names, and I've been playing or collecting Magic for a long time. I've actually only been playing for like a year, but I've been collecting, but I still have a hard time pronouncing these names. I put in Pestilence Demon as a win con. Eradicator Valkyrie. It's just such a good card. I mean, for 4 mana, Flying Lifelink, Hexproof from Planeswalkers. I mean, it's not really that, for Planeswalkers, but still. I mean, boast, and I could use it as a sack outlet too, and have you sacrifice. Okay, whatever, Grim Horror Specs, Priest of Forgotten Gods, Whisper, Blood Liturgist. I don't know. I put in a Pawn of Olmog, Gutterbones, Razaketh the Foul-Blooded, Disciple of Bolus, Death Cultist. This is my favorite common 1-drop card of all time. This is my favorite card. One of my favorite cards in Magic ever. Kiyomakar the Gold Curse, Doom Necromancer, Woe Strider, Midnight Reaper, Gelatinous Cube. Now this card, I had this card used against me one time, and it made me want to take this card out of my deck. But it's a really good way to exile a creature, and even though that once this card leaves, you can bring it back. You just exile it and put it into the graveyard. I mean, you could get around that. Skyclave Shade, Sir Conrad the Grim, Nightmare Shepherd, Collector's Trader of Get. This actually might go into my Olivia deck because I do need another legendary vampire. And I was like, oh yeah, I do have one. It's in here. So he might be getting cut from this deck and swapped into my Olivia deck. Death Greeter, Demon's Disciple, Lost Spider Queen, Liliana, Death's Majesty. These two, tokens. I need the tokens to sack, to draw. Dark Salvation, Toxic Deluge, Agadeem's Awakening, Finale of Eternity, Demonic Tutor, Command the Dreadhorde, Black Sun Zenith, Feed the Swarm, Unearth, Bone Shards, Collective Brutality, Victimize, Font of Agonies. This is one of my favorite cards in my deck as well. It's a 1-drop for enchantment. Whenever you pay life, put that many blood counters on Font of Agony. Blood counters. This might be good in my Olivia deck too, just to have blood counters. Or blood tokens, but just the whole blood theme. But I will be paying life because of Erebos effect, you know, and I will be needing that passive removal, you know. Eat to Extinction. Soul Shatter. Force of Despair. Imp's Mischief. This is one of my all-time favorite cards in Magic. I love how it's just a sneaky black card no one is going to expect. When I first pulled it, I knew this card was good. Before I had no knowledge of the game, I was like, wow, you could trick somebody with this card. And yes, you can. Bloodline Cooling. Dark Ritual. Murder. Cabal Ritual. Bantu's Monument. Whip of Erebos. Bolus's Citadel. Now, a lot of people say this card is just easy mode, Magic on easy mode, but you know what? Like I said, I'm not really too good at playing. That's why you see my decks kind of like all over the place, but I like to play for fun. And you know, this card right here, I guess you could say it's on easy mode, but you know, I'm casual, so I kind of need like something that's going to give me some advantage, because this card, you know, converting my life into mana is actually good. And you may play the top card of your library. If you cast a spell, pay life. So I get to pay the life, which will help boost my Font of Agony, and I'm paying life for Erebos. So I thought I just want it for the effect of my Font of Agony. I'm not really using it for easy mode. I just like the whole pay life effect. So I put in a Soul Ring. I also put in an Expedition map. I put in a Hanger Back Walker so I could get those tokens to sack to you know, draw a card, get the value. I put a Vulpusword in there as a win con, even though it's a sucky win con for what I have. You know, I just put it in there because I have the card. Nyx Lotus. Crypt of Agony. And the Rogue's Passage, you know, with the Vulpusword. Hopefully that works. Field of Ruin. Cabal Coffers. Mortuary Mire. Witch's Cottage. Desert of the Glorified. Memorial of Folly. Cabal Stronghold. Westville Abbey. Now with Gluttonous Cube, whatever, I actually got to transform this card into its demon form, and someone casted my own Gluttonous Cube out of my graveyard and just shut it down. And I was sad. I was like, man, like my own card shut this down. Once I had this on the field, the player next to me was like, okay, I see you. Now let's team up because you got something on the field. And all of a sudden, the person across from me countered it, and I was just kind of disappointed, but at least I got to transform it. Infrared Dreadlands, Bojuka Bog, and a War Room. And the rest are just basic lands. And that's my Erebos Blaek-Hearted deck. I would say Blaek-Hearted, but Blaek-Hearted deck, and my first EDH deck, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys like about this deck and what you guys hate about this deck. And remember, it's my first EDH deck, so I know a lot of cards don't make sense in here, but I like to play for fun. I like to play the cards that I like. I'm not competitive at all. So thank you. If you have an Erebos deck, let me know what you put in there. And you guys have a good day. Thank you for joining me.